Folks, we're back here in the parking lot. It is Monday, and it's never a fun day when you have to work. But, how's everybody doing out there? Yeah, apparently there's possibly there's been some top secret information going around about the film, but like I said, it's mainly locations. I still can't believe there's a lot of people out there who are swallowing, the bait, on Reddit, 4chan, and a bunch of other places when they've been consistently knocked down, and turned out to be complete, utter nonsense. Sorry about that. I'm facing this way today, so I got a parking light, so you can see my shining, happy face. It feels like yesterday when I was here. Well, it was the day before yesterday, actually. So that's why I don't like working Saturdays. Yeah, sure, you get paid money for it, extra money for it, but your weekends suck. Look at you. It feels like I just walked out of here, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago. But if you think this is bad, you should have seen it back in the day when I was doing 5-10 hour days a week at the other plant before I came here. And then, we do an 8-hour Saturday. So, yeah, I guess this week's Legend of the Traveling TARDIS will be about the show that started, or jump-started, the new era of Doctor Who, this latest epoch. And that's going to be about Rose. And that's where I tell people, look, you want to start them there. If they want to go back and watch the classic series from here, then that's up to them. Because, classic series is a bit of an acquired taste. They didn't have to, try to tell a whole story inside of an hour. I loved, watching Doctor Who back in the day because, these episodes ran how many parts sometimes, and the local public television station edited it all together. So it was like watching, a new movie every week because, I was not familiar with the series when I first started watching it. And, they could go as long as, well over a couple hours in some cases. Whereas in the new era, they're trying to resolve and everything done, usually within an hour. That's why I'm dying. There's a lot of people saying we got to bring back the 25-minute serials, and I'm like, I don't want to sound rude or insulting, but do you really think that would work? It's like, sure, the occasional cliffhanger ending is not a bad idea, to lead you through a group of episodes, but 25 minutes ain't going to work these days. Fans won't have it. Also, apparently, there was a lot of talk going on. I guess I saw this massive reaction to the Sea Devils the other day. And it was when Roger Delgado is the master sitting there watching clangers. That's why I died laughing when there was a lot of folks who were harping about Sim. John Sim, when he was watching the Teletubbies. And I'm like, guys, what, Roger Delgado was, getting a kick out of the clangers back in the day. And they're like, huh? I'm like, yeah, he's that brand of crazy, and he always has been. But of course, you're never going to see the master sitting on screen in the back of a limo, huffing on a cigar while drinking cognac ever again, are you? Oh, those were the days. Oh. So, Yeah, the classic series has its own charm, and like I said, in some some eras it's a bit of an acquired taste, but like I said, it'll always be the classic series to me. I think I want to say Mind of Evil is where he was sitting in the back of a car with a cigar and a thing. I think it was Mind of Evil. I can't remember if it was a limo or it was just a way-call car. It's been a so Mind of Evil was one I literally didn't see till years later. And that's because if there was a part missing of an episode, our local public TV channel would just skip over it. So I didn't see Mind of Evil till years later. Sorry, I'm catching up a little bit on the comment box here. All right, it was Mind of Evil. Okay, like I said, I was going off the old memory box here. Because that was just such an iconic image. But of course, no, they did hire an Asian actress for that role, so. Okay, she did, yeah. Well, RTD already said, yeah, there's going to be spinoffs. I went into that about a week or so ago. And I think that's one of the reasons why you're down to 8 episodes on the main show, is because he doesn't want to burn out. You know, because back in the day, he was doing, at one point, they had, Doctor Who, Sarah Jane Adventures, and Torchwood airing simultaneously. And that's how many episodes, for each of those series. And I think he wants to avoid going psychopathic or going crazy, because he had to, him and Julie Gardner oversaw all that at once. And that's why I always brought that up. Why is it we could do that back in the day, but we can't have more than one show right now? And Chibnall confirmed that, by the way, in a recent interview. The reason why you weren't getting spinoffs is because there was no budget for it. He wanted to do spinoffs, he wanted to do this, and like I said, he brought classic companions and classic doctors and put them on the screen, which the Moffat didn't do. Ha ha ha. I know, I'm just being a little evil at that point. Michelle Gomez, finally became I guess she became an American citizen a few days ago. That's kind of scary. Should we be worried? So now she has dual citizenship, which is kind of interesting. Especially given the test, from what I heard, you got to pass. I thought my history exams were tough. This is the final question for your citizenship test. Of all the historical locations in history, how many warts did Benjamin Franklin have on his butt? No, sadly, in order to become a U.S. president, you have to be what's called a natural-born citizen of the United States. Otherwise, Schwarzenegger would have ran years ago. The governor, yeah. Because they would have ran him if it weren't for that, little thing in the Constitution. You have to be above a certain age, and you got to be a natural-born citizen. and you can only hold the office for 2 terms. Vice president is 2 terms or 10 years, depending, if something were to happen to the president, like say 2 years into a thing, then you can run for another 2 terms after that. Well, the thing is, it gets me, and like I said, I don't do the party thing. Everyone's like, "Are you Democrat or Republican?" I'm like, they're both wings on the same rotten vulture. I'm sorry, why is it only one or the other? This is America. It's funny how the only parties who get airtime on this, in this country, are the two that have just consistently really not done shit in the last how many years. Yeah, technically he could. That means he's a natural born citizen of the United States. Unlike that Obama. Now look at God, I remember when people were ranting on about that crap. There were people ranting on about that crap right up to the day he left the office. It's like, well, what do you want us to do? He's like, already done 7.5 years. You want to go ahead and file the impeachment proceeding, because it won't be over until he's already sitting in his house or collecting collecting a paycheck for being on the lecture circuit. It's ugh. I did like Obama though, because he gave very intelligent speeches. He was very well spoken, so I got to give him that. He put an air of intelligence out there around him. That's what I liked about Obama. He's the last president of any major party I think I actually voted for. So, after that, I started voting independent. I don't care if it's Les Johnson or Harry Balzac. I just don't believe in the 2-party system. It's gotten ridiculous. Well, the thing is, I can't knock on Schwarzenegger, because he did have a kind of a good track record with California, and anybody who's got the guts to take over control and be governor of California. Oh man, you definitely got to have steel balls like a Terminator for that. Oh man, hello, I'm the governor of Wackyland. Ugh. Oh, okay, well, I just looked at the time. It's getting close to that time to go in again. Okay, he didn't. Okay, I wasn't sure how that all worked out. That was many, many a year ago. Well, folks, like I said, I just looked at the time. It is that time again. So take care, everybody. I'll catch you all tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Have a good one. Be kind, be calm, be safe out there. And hopefully we'll see you all in the very near future.